Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. I'm Mohsin. I'm a data science fellow at University of Exeter and the Alan Turing Institute in London. In this video, I will be talking about study research objectives, that is an other essay that we write when applying for scholarships or admission in foreign universities, especially in the United States. Also, if students are applying for Fulbright scholarship, so this is an other important essay that is required for. So I will dissect its nitty and gritty, so stay with me and learn how to write a scholarship winning study research objectives. Study research objectives is basically an important essay that students or applicants write for admission application. Basically, it's a simple story research plan that what students or what we want to do. It is not a technical synopsis, so it does not involve any kind of technical writing where we have to cite some sort of like citations or references. So it's a basically simple essay, like 700 to 800 words essay that we have to write. Basically, there are 3 to 4 different kind of questions that we have to answer in this essay. For example, what you want to study. This is an important point that students must consider or must understand or take into account when writing study research objectives. For example, based on your field of study, you have to mention that in which field you want to pursue your advanced degree. For example, it can be from education, agriculture, public health, data science, energy, regional planning, environment, journalism, or so on, based on your field of study. So clearly mention or even like talk about it within your opening paragraph. And then another important question, that why do you want to study? So then you have to back it up, this question, with some solid reasons, that what is the reason that you want to pursue advanced degree or advanced research in this field of study. There could be many reasons. For example, it is important for the economy of your country or your area. It could be important for the social sciences. It could be important for the health sector, education, agriculture, and information technology. So you have to write in these terms, that what you want to study and why you want to study. As most of you know, that I won Fulbright scholarship back in 2014 and I went to US to pursue my PhD from Iowa State University. So I have written these essays and I have gone through like a lot of time when I was preparing for these essays. So I can share some sort of like tips from my side as well that can help you to write a interesting and sound essay. First and most important thing before you start writing is to clearly identify what are your future research interests, that what you want to study. If you are applying for masters, you must have some sort of general information about the work that you want to pursue. And if you are applying for PhD and you already have master's degree, you should have well-defined goals and best understanding or a good understanding of the issues that you are trying to highlight. Then the second important point is you must be able to identify a research gap in your field of study. And you can identify research gap if you are well aware of the literature or previous studies or recent articles, research papers in your field. If you are a good reader, you regularly read research, or you regularly attend talks, or you regularly involve in discussion with your peers, your colleagues who have the same background as yours, and then you even like independently do some sort of research as well. So if you are good at any of these, you would be able to easily identify gaps in research in the section that you are intent to apply for your future advanced education, or that you are applying for scholarship in master's or PhD. Third important thing is whatever you write, it should be achievable in the given time. For example, master is for 2 years, PhD can prolong maximum like 5 years. It can vary from field to field, but you should write something, or your plan should be that is achievable within the given time. So you can easily plan it with people that you will be working with in the foreign countries or universities, that you can finish those plans or work within the certain amount of time. Then there are some tips about writing, that whatever you write, it should be well written. There should be no grammatical or structural errors. The stories should be in flow, where you start from the importance of the issue, then the problem, mass or volume of the problem and the need of the issue and why we need it. So, and then you go into giving some sort of like examples in other countries if they are doing some work, and especially like if you are applying for the United States, so you can exemplify it that they are doing some sort of advanced work in that field that you want to learn, so you can apply that in your country as well. It's an open-ended essay. There are no clear restrictions about anything, so you can be creative and write some sort of like interesting story. So you are free to like use some sort of creativity here. And then it should be an interesting story that can catch the attention of your reader or your review who is reviewing your article or the essay. So give a catchy opening to it and make it an interesting story. And I know I have gone through all this and it can take time. You cannot write some interesting or some good story within one day or a week. Maybe it can take more than a month actually. So I would recommend you to start as soon as possible if you can, and invest your time in these kind of essays. In my previous video, I talk about personal statement, and if you want to learn more about that, you can check that out as well. That's all. These things actually need time, so invest your time in it. If you are in the terminal semesters of your degrees like bachelor's or master, you can start preparing for these essays or other, if any other things required just now. So you have enough time. By the next year, you should have everything in your hand. I mean, your application should be ready with all its components, so you can simply submit it to different schools. And then last but not least is do not plagiarize. For example, I have seen that people, they copy and paste, and that is quite common these days. But even if you are getting some sort of like help or some previous samples of essays, read that, review that to get some sort of idea, but do not try to plagiarize them or copy them. Write your own story. It will make you stand out among all other applicants as well, so that's a plus point. And besides that, US and other countries, they have a strict policies about plagiarism, and if at any point they come to know that an applicant has done some sort of like plagiarism, they can cancel your status and cancel your admission. So avoid that and try to learn, even like from this stage actually you should learn that how you can write something your own. That was all for today. If you need any help, especially if you need some sort of like sample essays, you can shoot me an email. I should reply you with those essays as well. I have some samples for personal statements, study research objective and recommendation letters, so I can provide you those. But keep in mind that read those to get some sort of idea, but do not copy and paste them. So that's all for today. Let me know if you have any question about writing a stunning or scholarship winning study research objectives. I'll be happy to answer your questions. So have a good day. See you next time.